Another legendary album that came out this month, which is the 25th anniversary of Nas's Illmatic album. And let me be the first to say, when I first heard this album here had niggas quaking. He put the rap game in notice. You listen to New York State of Mind. New York State of Mind, he painted a picture of the grimy street life in New York City in a way that I haven't heard at that time. Then you had one of the most impeccable debuts of all time with AZ, with Life's a Bitch. The way he kicked that verse off. And the way I loved about Illmatic is like, it didn't have no pop songs. It flowed like a straight story. The beats kind of it fit in one after another. You had Pete Rock, you had DJ Premier, you had Large Professor, LES, you had all them just giving the album that structure. And that's what's missing in a lot of hip hop today. It don't have no structure in a theme. Nas's theme was a wild kid coming out of Queensbridge. I'm gonna paint this picture of what Queensbridge really looked like. And I'm gonna put it back on the map because according to a lot of pursuits, KRS-One put Queens asleep due to the, quote unquote bridge wars. So after that came a flux of albums that was influential from Illmatic. I'm talking Ready to Die. Ready to Die. Look at the cover. The baby cover. I'm talking Common. Look at the way Common flipped his rhyme structure on Resurrection in comparison to Can I Borrow a Dollar. It has Nas's flow and influence all over it because you could focus on more of the jazzy loops and samples. You could tell he really was listening and studying Nas. Then listen to Prodigy and Havoc on The Infamous. They whole album, The Infamous, sound night and day from Juvenile Hell. And you know niggas was studying Illmatic then. Do or Die. That's clear influence. Jay-Z, he was influenced. Even though he had the quick tongue flow, he had the rapid speed twister flow. When Nas dropped Illmatic, it's like he changed his whole script. And he started becoming more like Jay. Then you can also hear his influence in J. Cole's projects, Kendrick's projects. The Game, he's definitely a fan because Nas been on almost every one of his albums. Joey Badass, listen to 1999. It got that whole boom bap sound. Nas is a heavy influence. Like, he's a father of a lot of these guys' styles. Even with Cameron and Jim. Even though they talked all that smack about Koofy smacking and all that. Even Cam and Jim said Nas was an influence based on how they dress. From the jewelry he used to wear. Like, Nas was that dude. He was really that dude in the streets. The only thing that kind of set still Illmatic away was that it didn't have no mainstream hits to compete with what was going on at the time with the West Coast. That's where Bad Boy came in and filled that slot. But when it comes to the streets, Nas had the streets in the industry. Nas had the respect of everybody. So definitely check out Illmatic when you can. If you haven't heard that on your streaming sites, if it's not on your streaming site, you better check it out now because you're missing out on a true hip-hop gem. So be sure to check that out. This is King Eric the Great signing out for the day. I'm going to have the whole entire interview with DJ King Assassins officially up tomorrow night. And also be sure to check out the interview we doing tomorrow with Young Bleed from the concentration camp. So this is King Eric the Great signing out. Represent.